What's going on? Welcome to this side under spoiler or side skirt, whatever you want to call it, installation video. I'm going to show you how to easily install a side skirt, in my case Subaru's OEM version, to add a subtle improvement to the sides of the car and round out the look if you have a front lip installed, as I do right here. Check out the video description for links to this kit and the list of tools, and drop by the comment section. Let me know what you think. In the box, you're going to get the spoilers for both sides of the car. Because this is an OEM part, you can expect it to be perfectly formed and free of imperfections. After all, you are paying for a higher quality product. You'll also get all of the templates you're going to need for the drilling portion of the install and all of the necessary hardware as well. Thankfully, for the install, we do not need to raise the car. The first step is just removing the side sill spoiler sitting over the rocker panel, which is easier to do than it looks since it's just held in place with retaining clips. For these screw type clips, simply grab a Phillips screwdriver and rotate the inner pin counterclockwise while holding the outer portion of the clip. When the pin pops out, you can pull the clip off. The next 5 are your standard large pop clips, and you can just use a panel or clip removal tool or a flathead screwdriver to pop the pin out and remove the clip. Repeat this step for the other 4 large clips under here and the additional screw type clip at the end. Now, the panel is still secured to the body of the car with additional retaining clips, so pick a side and then just carefully pull it out of the frame, and then do the same on the other side to remove the panel off completely. Make sure you have a nice working surface that won't scratch or damage the panel, because the rest of the steps are going to be done with the panel removed. Here's all the clips that you just pulled on, so make sure that they're not still attached to the car. If they are, remove them and put them back on the panel. Repeat these steps on the other side as well. With the panels out, thoroughly clean them using a microfiber towel, warm water, and mild detergent, and then rinse them off and dry them, or wait for them to dry naturally before moving on to the next step. While those are drying, separate your templates by side like you see right here. All of the ones that say LH go on the left panel, and the ones that say RH go on the right. We're going to secure the templates to the panel like this. Now, I like using painter's tape because it comes off easily and leaves no residue behind. From left to right, the templates will go from A to H, although it is pretty obvious where they go, and each is only going to fit on one spot. Just be sure to put them with hatch patterns along the hard lines of the panels like you see right here. The whole purpose of these templates is to mark the spots where we need to drill holes. Everywhere you see this symbol here, you have to drill a hole. We'll use 3 drill bits to make the holes progressively bigger. I'm using a 5/32 bit, a 1/4 inch bit, and a 3/8 inch bit. If you have a punch tool, use it to mark and score the drill spots. I don't have one handy, so I'm using this small Phillips screwdriver. Go right in the middle of the mark and score the plastic just like this. This is done so that the drill bit has a starting point and it doesn't walk on us. Once you mark them, the templates have done their job and you can remove them. If you're unsure about your ability to control the drill, you can wrap the bit with electrical tape like this about a 1/4 inch or so from the tip. This is going to prevent you from drilling further than you need to go. Now, starting with the smallest bit, pulse the drill to create the first hole. Then move on to the 1/4 inch bit and do the same. And finally, finish the hole with a 3/8 inch bit. Take your time with this and always maintain good control of the drill. Again, I suggest you create a stopper with electrical tape like this, especially for the large bit. This is very soft plastic and you can drill right through, and look, if you drill right through, you can easily come out the other side right here. So better safe than sorry. We're going to repeat this for all of the 11 spots under the side sill. Now let me show you something. I'm working on the left side and you can see I already drilled the 11 holes. 10 of them are supposed to be 9.5 millimeters, and the closest I had was 3/8 inch, which is close enough and a common size to have around, at least in the US. The second hole right here is actually supposed to be 10 millimeters, and it's because it's supposed to house one of these, like one of the 5 we originally removed. If you don't have a 10 millimeter bit handy, no need to waste your money buying a new bit for this. Instead, just use the 3/8 inch bit and just round it out just a little bit, and then test it with a clip, and if it fits and you can put the pin inside, you're good to go. For the hole that goes on the end, the correct finish size is 6 millimeters, which is another size that it's not very common. You might not have that size, but will most likely have a 1/4 inch bit, so use that bit instead. 1/4 inch bit is just a bit bigger, but it still works just fine. And with that, we're going to open up the hardware bag and find 10 well nuts for the next step. And as you can guess, we're going to plug each one of those 10 9.5mm holes that we just drilled. Make sure that you leave that second hole from the front empty. With the well nuts in, we'll be just about ready to get the spoiler installed. So go ahead and flip the spoiler over when done and peel back the backing off of the 3M tape just enough so that you can finish pulling it from the front. This is going to allow you to easily readjust it if necessary. Make sure that you clean the area that the tape will go with alcohol so that the 3M tape adheres properly. On the other side of the spoiler, use one of the included large clips on that second hole. Find 10 screws and washers from your kit and then loosely install the screws on each of the 10 well nuts. If you apply the templates properly, every hole should align perfectly here. When you get to the end and everything is aligned, remove the tape and install one of the included push clips on the end like you see me doing right here. Be sure to apply good pressure to the 3M tape for 10 to 15 seconds to make sure that it sets properly. And now we're ready to completely tighten the screws. Here's what the well nuts look like when getting tightened. I recommend just using a screwdriver because they do not require a lot of torque. When the well nut collapses like this, it will hold the panel in place while also allowing some flexibility, which will make the install last. So tighten all 10 screws and the spoiler will be fully installed on the panel. Here's a quick look at the panel before we clip it back into place. This is a good time to make sure that all of the retaining clips are still in place and that all of the well nuts are holding properly. When you're satisfied, grab the panel and simply snap it back into place. Make sure that you push into it along the length of the panel so that all of the clips snap properly back into place. All we have to do at this point is reinstall all of the retaining clips that we removed at the beginning, and we will be done with this side. Repeat these steps on the other side and you will be completely done with this installation. Let me know in the comment section if you like this body kit or not. I think it adds a very subtle improvement, but you will get more out of it if you install it on a light color car like this one. Now that it's installed, I feel like the body side molding is just a bit too much on my car since there's a lot of strong horizontal lines to the profile look of the car. Let me know if you agree with that or if you think it's fine as is in the comment section. Save this playlist to see the install of the rest of the OEM body kits. I hope you got something out of this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Take care.